I was born in Jamaica in a little town called St. Catherine, and I moved here when I was 12 years old with my brother and my auntie, and I left my family behind, my mum and other siblings. Prior to me going to college is when my relationship with my dad broke down, because that's when his relationship with my stepmom broke down. And then he wasn't there one day. Yeah, that was heartbreaking. I just felt like he kind of abandoned me. Because of my behaviour in college, I wasn't allowed to finish. I was kicked out towards the end. I started hanging out with the wrong sort of people. They were my friends, but they were just doing the wrong things. The first time I got caught was when we went out one day together to Romford. We saw a guy and decided to rob him. I got done for robbery on a joint enterprise basis, 2 counts, and that was my first actual real encounter with the law. My first ever prison was Norwich, YOI. I'm scared, like I'm really petrified here. With crime, I just couldn't move on. I couldn't step away from it. It was like a drug in a way. It was weird. During the time of my misdemeanors in and out of prisons, I became a dad for the first time at the age of 20. I had my beautiful daughter, Sasha. It was a real shock to find out I was going to be a dad. I mean, I thought I was too young. I thought we weren't at the right place in life to have a child. I looked at myself as more as a failure because I've now brought someone into my life and my life is nothing. So that's how I thought of myself. Now I had to really step up, and I had no means of stepping up apart from what I knew, which was dishonesty and crime. Even though I was getting caught, it wasn't really that much of a deterrent, because I thought to myself, me providing for my daughter was the ultimate goal in life, and everyone who I got to speak to would realise that I was only doing it for that reason. My friend who's kind of like trying to motivate me to get involved with him, so one day I kind of took him up on his offer, like, right, we're going to go out there and we're going to make some money today. So we found a property and we decided to enter it. And it just so happens, as soon as we got into the car and we decided to drive off, police was there. We got arrested at night. Yeah, terrible. That moment of shame is just unexplainable. At that time, it just hit me the most, that all this time you've done in prison and getting arrested and getting in trouble, it's finally taking its toll, because your daughter's growing up and she probably don't even know you. And I just felt awful, and just got overwhelming for me, and I just started crying. That was a hard time for me. After prison, I found out about Spear from my partner. So I thought, what's the worst that could happen? And I really like learning, so I was looking forward to it. The first day of Spear was nothing like I initially thought. The coaches came across as very warm and friendly, and it allowed us to be open, and we felt like we weren't being judged. I certainly felt like I could talk to them about anything and it wouldn't leave the room. It's a lot of interpersonal skills and dealing with relationships and dealing with a problem, and the best way of solving a problem, the best way of speaking, the best way of presenting yourself. It's all about empowering you in a professional way and making you more employable. The biggest thing I actually learned was the victim and power mentality. Learning the differences really impacted the way I dealt with situations thereafter. Even though I still feel the same emotion, I don't allow them to rule me the same way, because I've got the knowledge now of how I could deal with them best. Spear is a fantastic opportunity for anybody who's got low self-esteem, a low perception of themselves as unemployable and not really good enough. I think anyone who feels anything negative about themselves, they just need to step into a Spear classroom. My graduation was exciting because I felt a sense of accomplishment for once in my life. I felt like, you know what, Shamar, you've done it. you really actually done it. I knew you could be this man that you've always thought you could be, but you never got the chance to show it. And that's one of the real big factors that I really thank Spear for, because all I've had is a lot of disappointment. So getting that, you know, that ovation and saying, yeah, well done, Shamar, it just, you know, put a smile on my face, because I felt like they were actually saying stuff that was true, and I did do well, and I should be proud, and it's a good moment. I wasn't sure of what I wanted to do growing up. Something my kids could look on, my grandkids, my family could look on and say, wow, Granddad Shamar done that, or Daddy Shamar done that, and look how amazing it is. Those little things that I think about, and it just makes me want to do good. Through Spearhead, I was given this opportunity to go on a training program for 2 weeks. Their specific role is they find suitable employment based on your character, your CV, and so on. And subsequently, I've been offered a job for National Rail, and it's track maintenance. And it just feels so good when you know that somebody out there wants you because of you. If I hadn't found my way through the help of Spear and all the coaches, I wouldn't have made any progress on my life from leaving school. So I just feel like this was my second chance, and this was my moment to really reevaluate my life and really move in the right direction, because I felt like it's either now or never. So it's all thanks to Spear, really, while I'm on the right track.
Start here again. Unlock the cords that withhold and restrain. Step 1 foot out, draw a star in the sand. Make yourself known, hear them shout out your name. Something started to change. Something started to change. Strike up that band, make it play in the streets. Kick out your doubts, say it's time to take the lead. Fight off those fears into your life, make it real. Something started to change. Something started to change. Yeah, you can take on the world, breathe the whole. Come on, you can leave a light to your life. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You could lead a brighter life. Come on, come on, come on, come on.